In your current relationship or whatever you have going on with your man, does it feel like no matter what you do, it's just never enough to grab his attention? Why do you always have to be the one trying harder? In doing so, it comes across as though he's not interested and you're the one forcing him to be there. Here is the thing, you shouldn't have to fight for anyone's attention.
Control your emotions and never beg for attention, love, or care.
You shouldn't have to beg someone for their time and attention, because if they truly care about you, they want to give you that time and attention. They want to spend time with you and make you happy. They shouldn't have to be asked for it. So bear that in mind.
Hello fam, how you all doing? Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Thank you so much for your support. If you find yourself fighting for his attention, then this video is for you. This video is focused on the one thing you need to do instead that changes the game completely, rather than you fighting for his attention. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why fighting for his attention isn't just necessary. It's holding you back from love and the respect that you deserve. Whether you just started dating or you've been dating for a while, it's frustrating when your man is not as engaged or as attentive as he used to be when the relationship started. Maybe he used to text you all the time, reply your messages and text messages on time, make time for the both of you, but now you don't see that happening. It's a struggle for him to even reply your messages. Then what changed? The truth here is this: in a normal relationship setting, nothing changed. This is just how relationship evolves. Sometimes people get tired, sometimes they get carried away by stress, by life issues, personal life issues, work and all that. Regardless of the fact that in a normal relationship setting, relationship does evolve and people tend to shy away from what they used to do before. You don't have to be the one chasing for his attention. You don't have to be the one putting all the effort just to get his attention. You have to stop it. You have to stop fighting for his attention. Rather, redefine the relationship and make it work for you more than ever.
It's like there's so many relationships, like still to this day, where girlfriends are like begging their boyfriend to like show any ounce of affection or acknowledgement.
I can't
and
imagine.
Like, oh my god, like that is just, to me, it's like, I don't want to be like mean right now, but like, look in the mirror, you desperate bitch. Like, why would you ever beg for someone's attention? Or like, if someone if you're not the first thought in their head, they don't want to text you, they don't want to hang out with you, them, because there's someone else that does.
Yeah.
Like, are you seriously waiting around for Joe Schmo who's fucking beating his meat and playing Warzone right now?
Ladies, if you gotta ask to be a priority in that man's life, you with the wrong man. Because the thing about a man, like, when we really like you, we will carve out a space for you in our life if we feel like you are important, because we don't want to lose you. That man is going to make sure that I'm taking you on dates. That man is going to make sure to pay attention to what it is that you value and, you know, find ways to implement that, whether it be cards or gifts or notes or just intimate things, just to make sure that you feel valued, regardless of what it is that he got going. He could be one of the busiest dudes in the world, but you will be a priority. There will be no confusion. There will be no mistaking it. That man really values me. That will be the feeling. But if you run around a situation like not sure, or I mean, I think he does. I mean, he shows me sometimes, but like once those thoughts come in, the writing is on the wall. That lets you know that that man does not prioritize you like that, and you need to go find a man who does.
The number one thing to do is shift the power and take back your focus. How then do you achieve that? Instead of focusing on why he's not giving you attention, focusing on getting his attention, take that power, that energy, and turn it inward. Focus on yourself. Ask yourself, what can I do for myself to make myself happier? The focus should be on you, not on him. When you channel that energy into your growth and passion, something incredible does happen. You will start radiating confidence. And I tell you, confidence is very magnetic. That your man will automatically start noticing you. Here is why he will start noticing you. People, especially men, are naturally drawn to people that are secured. And him seeing you exude confidence and happiness, and you being secured in yourself, is going to make him notice you and find you more attractive. He's going to be more drawn to you more than ever. You wouldn't have to chase him anymore like you did in the past. He will notice the energy shift in you, and that is very powerful. The second thing you need to do is set boundaries. It is a game changer. Setting boundaries does not mean that you're pushing him away. It's just you letting him know that you're protecting your peace, you respect yourself, you value your time and your well-being. If that man is a flaky person, someone that is very inconsistent, you don't need to adjust your standard to fit him in. He needs to respect your boundaries and make adjustments and find a way to fit himself in, not the other way around. In relationships or when you meet people, it's important for you to teach people how to treat you, because if you don't do that, people are going to treat you anyhow. So by setting up boundaries, that is you teaching your man, this is how you need to treat me. I have standards and I'm not going to take less from you. And if that man respects you, he's going to rise to the occasion. But if he doesn't, it means you've seen the answer you've been looking for.
I had to unlearn something about boundaries recently. I believed that boundaries was about telling people what you liked and what you didn't like so that they would change their behavior. In reality, boundaries are about what you are going to accept, participate in, tolerate. And the only way to really assert a boundary is to let people know, for example, I don't tolerate disrespect and I don't talk to people who disrespect me, and then get up and leave, hang up the phone, end the texting conversation, end the relationship. Boundaries are not about changing people. It's about defining who you are when you're in relationships with people.
If a guy can't respect physical boundaries within a dating relationship, then what makes you think that just because you're married, all of a sudden this guy is going to respect boundaries in marriage? If you have a boyfriend or you have a girlfriend and they're like pressuring you to have sex, or they're pressuring you to do all of these things in dating that you know is not okay, then when you get married, you can't be surprised when they cheat on you. Because if they don't respect boundaries in dating, they won't respect boundaries in marriage. That's why establishing boundaries in your dating life is so important.
You have to stop over-explaining yourself to him. If this is something you found yourself doing in the past, you have to stop it. For example, if you take any decision that is meant to protect your peace, protect your boundaries, value your time, you don't need to over-explain anything to him. You don't need to give him long explanations for taking such decision, because you should always put yourself first and think about how you're going to protect your mental health and your well-being. The more you explain yourself to him, is the more you're justifying your standard and why you took actions. You don't need to do that. You don't owe anyone that long explanation. Mystery keeps the spark alive. Another point to note, I would want to believe a good number of us have heard the phrase, absence makes the heart grow fonder, right? Well, that's true. You don't need to be available 24/7 to hold his interest. Creating a bit of mystery can work in your favor and spark up, bring alive your relationship. You should allow that man wonder what you're up to when you don't reply his messages immediately, when you don't return his calls immediately. You have to be out there living your life. You don't have to be at his beck and call. Here is the thing, space allows for desire to grow. So don't be afraid to be unpredictable. It adds spice to your relationship. You need to build emotional, not just physical connections. Relationships built solely on physical connections will eventually lose its sting. If you want more from your man, start building emotional depth. How do you achieve that? The more you engage in meaningful conversations, talking about your goals, your dreams, your fears, the deeper the connection will become. When you build emotional intimacy with him, he will become closer to you, not because you asked for it, but because he feels it too.
So there is such a thing as emotional intimacy. Mm-hmm. And the intimacy part of emotional intimacy is not what you think it is. It is being able to sit down and connect.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
Telling each other how you feel. Not like a therapy session, just asking your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, how was your day? Well, if they said it was a bad day, let's talk about it. Mm-hmm. When you're on an emotional connective plane, then the physical intimacy shifts because you're
connected.
You're connected.
In relationships, emotional intimacy matters. Now, guys, I know what you're thinking. You would prefer to talk about physical intimacy and how you feel like your needs aren't being met. And sure, we can talk about that at some point here, but I need you to make sure you hear this. Emotional intimacy is the foundation in which physical intimacy is built upon in long-term relationships, especially. Physical intimacy, again, this is not just sexy time. This is hand-holding, hugging, things of that nature. That is the result of and can happen when the emotional space feels safe, when they trust you, when they don't feel judged or shamed by you, and they feel like they're at home when they're around you. So if you want to reap the rewards of physical intimacy and all the things that science and research has shown us is beneficial in connecting in that way, you're going to have to build your skill set in how to emotionally connect with your partner. It's just going to have to happen. Okay? All right.
You need to surround yourself with positive energy. It's very important. At the end of the day, your environment matters a lot. If you surround yourself with so much negativity, you will start believing that chasing someone for the person's attention is normal. But if you surround yourself with strong, empowered women who understand who they are and know their worth, eventually their energy will rub off on you. You should fill your life with positive influences, and you wouldn't even feel the need to fight for anyone's attention. Read books that will motivate you, inspire you, and enhance your life positively. Read books that teaches you how to have confidence in yourself and value your self-worth. Always remember, you are the prize. This is the most important message I want you to take away from this video. You need to stop thinking that you need to earn his attention or affection. He should be the one working to meet your standard, not the other way around. When you shift your mindset, everything changes. And then you would realize that fighting for his attention is not just only unnecessary, but a total waste of your time and energy. When you stop fighting for a man's attention and focus on improving yourself, channel all them energy to yourself inwardly, that's when the right man that understands what it is to be with a woman will show up and give you the attention you deserve.
Being overly accessible decreases your value and your worth.
Absolutely.
Just remember that you're the prize always. Say that one more time. Just remember that you are the prize. Yes. That's like his golden slogan for me.
Yeah. And what does that mean for you in relationships when you're like, I'm the prize? What does that mean?
It just means not compromising like my values, my happiness, my peace, not settling for less than what I know I deserve, and not being afraid to walk away from a situation if it's like no longer serving me.
Too often I hear men now saying that they're the prize. Truthfully, sir, we are the foundation. The woman is always the prize. Do you not understand that all you got to do daily is give your woman affirmation, tell her how amazing she is, help her glow, like produce the glory that she needs to operate in. When you understand that she's the prize and you're the foundation, then you're going to provide the soil that will help her grow. As she grows, everything around you grow, everything around you glow. I always tell people, if you want to see the success of any husband, go look at his wife. Go look at his wife. If his wife is double-minded, if his wife is unstable, he ain't doing something right in the home. Your wife is the prize. No need to compete with your wife. Allow her to glow. You take a step back and push her forward, and watch how everything in your life begin to push forward. God bless.
So ladies, in a nutshell, whenever you find yourself fighting for his attention, or you feel like fighting for his attention, remember this: you don't have to. Focus on yourself, set the right boundaries, and let that man come for you. If he doesn't come for you, then you know what? He's not the one. And that's okay, because someone who sees your worth will never make you fight for their attention. If you're interested in watching a video on how men baby trap women to slow their progress, click this video and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.